Well, when I look at financial institutions, banks wanting to get on board with FedNow, the number one thing stopping them is a fear of something. So when I hear fraud, it's a fear of losing money. It's a fear of their consumer experience won't be what they want it to be. But as you've already pointed out, the reality is there is not a payment system that exists that is free of fraud. There never will be. As long as there's money exchanged in any format, there will be fraud that exists that goes along with it. What I love about the faster payments is there are so many different levels of controls that you can put in place to at least limit and control that fraud, from user access to even controls for when they can send, how much they can send, how often they can send, how many transactions they can even send. All of that is there. All of that is available as far as having controls that are going to be in place to be able to help limit the amount of fraud that's taken place. Also, AI is starting to play a bigger impact into what's being done when it comes to electronic payments. But most of all, these are credit push payments. These are not debits. Most of our fraud that we see, like a check, exists in the debit world. It is when your account holder calls up and says, "Why has this money been taken out of my account? Who took it out? Why did you let them do that?" That goes away with the credit push. With a credit push, it is more of a case of, you sent the money and now you're telling us you didn't want to send the money? Now, there will be some instances where that happens because they send it to the wrong person, but then it's a case of who made the mistake. Was it the financial institution, or was it the actual consumer or the actual business, the account holder, who made the mistake? And where's that liability fall? I would say it falls on the person who put in the wrong numbers. Does it mean you don't make it right? I can't say you don't. I mean, I'm going to say you'll have to make a business decision at that point in time. But there are also a lot of different controls that are coming to be able to help us. For example, FedNow's got negative lists. These are lists where you can put known bad guys on the list to prevent those types of transactions from going through. And we don't have it yet, but in the future, we'll see directory services that will help us in being able to identify where transactions are flowing and hopefully ensure a little bit more credibility in who they are flowing to.